Okay, so this is Roxy. She's not yet 7 months old, about a week away from her 7-month mark. She's been around stock. We do a little obedience fun type of exercises off of stock. We play games, we play tug. She noses down in her stand from all those games. She walks up to her tug toy. She lays down and stops to her tug toy. She knows all those things. So, of course, that's off of stock. So now we're going to introduce her to stock, and we're going to re-emphasize those tools. So, and the tools we need to work a dog on stock are 5 things, 5 basic things. You can get a lot fancier, but 5 basic things. We need a walk up, and we need flanks or get arounds. We need the dog to go around stock without bothering it, and to position themselves, and then we need a walk up to pressure the stock. So those 2 things. We need a stop on the dog, and I like to teach both a down and a stand. We also need a call off when we're done, and I like to teach a formal out. Some people call it beat it, other people say get out. It's not a moving out, which is commonly taught to dogs. You need a fairly sensitive dog to be able to out them while they're moving, and I find that loose-eyed breeds generally are not that sensitive. They just get faster and tighter when you do it on the move. So I teach a very formal out. In the beginning, there's pieces to it. It has a lot of stops in it. It gets the dog off the stock, and then we stop, and then we walk up or we reposition the dog again. But I don't do it on the fly. So that's something different that you'll see me do that a lot of other people don't do. They like to do it in motion, and I don't. So eventually maybe in motion on an older dog, but not on a beginner dog. So the 3 ways to train a dog is to, 1, to show them things or to lure them, and that's why I have a line. And she has a very small micro pinch on. She's about 30 pounds now, so she's got a little micro pinch that they make for like toy dogs. Very tiny and very fine, but it's better than a flat collar because she won't pull on it. And so you can lure or show a dog, you can pressure them, and you can use correction. So right now we're going to combine luring and pressure, but not a lot of correction, because she doesn't even really know what she's doing. The only time I might use the rake on her to get her to do something, it's not really correction at this point, it's pressure. And so people can confuse physical contact with being corrected, and that's not necessarily so. So the first thing we're going to start with is some flanks or some get-arounds if you're not comfortable with flank words. In the beginning of our repositioning the dog around the outside of the livestock. Go high, and you'll see me correct on the fly. I will not stop to correct the dog or to pressure the dog to stay on the circle. Good girl, good. Come by, go by. Good. Down. Good girl. Bring it down. Good. Down. Do that side one more time. Go by. Good girl. Good. So when the ducks come off the fence, you notice the puppy wants to follow them off the fence, and my pressure with my little rake, go high, is pressuring that puppy to stay on that circumference of the flank, or the circle. Okay? Good. Down. Good. And you'll notice, even though she does have a down, when I ask for it, I give her a little tug to just reinforce, because I want a quick, fast down. I don't want her to give it to me in her time. I want it when I ask for it, which is very immediate. And you notice she's not upset about it or anything else. So that's a good thing. Okay, so now we're going to go the other direction. Walk her while follow the ducks. We're going to come off the fence, and I just pressure her little toe. Good girl. Good. Wait for me. Keep her going around the ducks rather than out. Good. Up a little fast, down. And fast is okay as long as the dog's wide, but I'm getting dizzy. This is a pretty small circle, so it's just easier to stop her and start again. Down. One thing about working in a small area, you do tend to get a little dizzy. Good. Good. Pressure the toe. Good. Wait to me. Good. And down. Good job. So, we've already practiced our stop. We've already practiced our flanks or our repositioning without pressuring the livestock as best as possible for a 7-month-old puppy. And now we're going to practice our walks and our outs. So I'm going to shorten my line. Walk. There. Walk. Walk. Good. Stand. Stand. Good girl. Good stand. Good girl. Good. And then I'm going to do my out. Roxy, out. Good. There. Down. Good job. Good. Good job. Good. Down. Good. Right there, walk. There, walk. There. Good. There, walk. Good. There, walk. Stand. Good. Good stand. Good stand. Good girl. Good stand. Good. Out. So if I hadn't had a good hold of that line, she would have busted in. Good. Right there. Down. Good. Good job. So now we're going to flank her and we're going to try to drive to this corner here. So far she's been pretty good, but I can feel she'd like to be a little naughty. Down. There you go. Wait to me. There. Walk. Right there, walk. Right there, walk. Good. Right there, walk. Good. You're not quite in the corner, so we're going to keep trying to put them in the corner. Stand. Excellent. Stand. Good girl. Stand. Good job. I often rub their bellies. My dogs like their bellies rubbed. Maybe some dogs wouldn't like this, but my dogs love it. So, good. Good. And another OBT. Out. Good. Good. Down. Make sure you walk up on both sides of the dog. Not just staying on one side. Be aware that you work on both sides of your dog so your dog is comfortable of being on both sides. So if we're going to bring them to that corner, we got to flank first and then drive. Right there, right there. Good. Right there. Right there. Good. So I'm trying to get her to break off to fix the duck that wanted to leave. Good. She'd like to go forward at it, and I don't want her to go forward. I want her to get around it. Good. Walk. Good. Stand. Good stand. Good girl. Good job. Stand. Good. Good girl. Out. Good. Stand down. Okay, so now we're going to fight again, and we'll bring it back down to this point. Good. Go by. There, right there. Right there. Good. Don't put the puppy so close that they feel an urge to want to dive in and eat the ducks. So she's pretty comfortable right here. I think if I got her like another step closer, she'd probably want to bust in. So I'm not going to let her go. Right there. See that? So I'm right on the edge of her comfort zone. Good girl. You're here. Roxy, out. Good. Good out. Good girl. Down. And the out it down. The out is not a punishment. It is simply just another command, like the flank is a command, the walk up is a command, the stand is a command. All those things are just commands. So it's not punitive. It's just another command. So don't make it punitive with your voice. A lot of people, you hear them at trials, get out, get out, get out, they're yelling and screaming at their dogs. Then you're cultivating an adversarial relationship with your dogs instead of a teamwork relationship with your dog. So that's basically the crux of your ABCs, your reading, writing, arithmetic. Now, if I had a puppy who was pulling and dragging me and kept trying to eat ducks the first time I did this, I would say probably that puppy needs a lot more ABCs before they're loose. Okay? And you will get those puppies. They're just really keen and they cut you out of the equation. No, I'm not kidding myself that I'm in this equation, but at least she's being fairly calm. So I will allow this puppy to have a gym class. I don't necessarily, it may be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times of ABCs before I let a puppy have gym class. If I have a puppy and I come and do ABCs and the puppy's like totally disinterested, barely looks at the ducks, sniffing, eating duck poo on the floor, I might stop doing ABCs and go straight to gym class. Because you cannot train a dog who's not interested. That's the important thing to remember. Interest is always number one. So we're going to let her do a little gym class, and I will take the line off of her pinch and put it on her flat collar because I don't want her correcting herself, although I might regret that. But that's the way we usually do it because I don't want her stepping on it when she's doing something right and then come up against the pinch. So we will put this on her flat collar and find it. And we will start the same way we did but instead of giving a flank word, what I'm going to start to say to her is to get around, which is my fetch word phrase for beginner dogs, is just get around and bring me livestock. And we'll see how well she is about staying on the outside and staying on her side of the ducks, okay, rather than wanting 360 degrees of the ducks. She has to learn that I own one side and she owns the other. That's the important thing in fetching. I didn't hit her very hard at all. I just tapped her to get the duck out of her mouth. So she's kind of tight, and so she's tracking the ducks more than she's getting. There you go, there you go, good girl. And then I'm going to block her. So if I pick this up, that's my door. She can't go that way. So now I'll just pick up the line, girl. Go around, and then we'll put it the other way. Good girl. A little tight again. Put it back the other way to the head. Good. She's being thoughtful and thinking, and so that I'm very happy with that. But she's not just. Good girl. Good girl. You notice I'm not yelling at the puppy, so I touched her toes to get her a little wider there. That's all I did. Just touch her toes. Again, touch your toes. Good girl. Okay. I'm going to turn her around. That happens sometimes. Get around this way. Good. Around. Go after your toes. Good girl, good girl. So your voice and your encouragement, that's the gas pedal. Good. And a little bit of pressure on your toes. Around. Good girl, good girl, good girl. So that helps counteract. You start to turn around again. Get around. I'm just going to bother her toes. That's all I'm doing. When she gets stuck, we just pick up the line and we start again. Good girl. Good girl, get around. Good. Good pupper. Good pupper. Good. I don't care how tight she is as long as she goes around. Good girl. Good. expect her to do that. I figured I was going to have to block her from the ducks for her to give me the down, but she actually gave it to me. So that's just thrilling, right? Good, that's thrilling. So we don't want to end there because she gave us something, so we're going to give her something. We're going to let her play with the ducks a little bit more, okay? So, you know, a lot of people, they fight to get that dog down, and then they turn it into an argument, and then they take the dog off. What she has to start to understand, and she will with subsequent sessions on the ducks, is you give me that down, the quicker you give me the down, the quicker you go back to work. That's what she has, I have to endeavor to communicate to my dog. That's what I have to endeavor to communicate to her. So I'm going to pick up the line so she starts to go off good, and we're going to start again. Good, good girl. Good girl. Good job. Toe. There you go. Toe. Front toe. Left toe. Now blocker. Blocker. Good. Good. So you change the direction there. Good girl. Good job. She's getting it now. Good. I'm going to block her in. See, so I give her a little slap and then I let her leave. Good. Good girl. And when I ask her for this DOWN again, I'm going to have these ducks tucked in the corner here behind me, so if she doesn't give it to me, down. Excellent. Good job. Good girl. Good job. And I think that's enough for her. I got her to change direction. I got her to stay around the outside of the ducks. I got 2 downs without fighting with her. I think for down, lie down. Good girl, lie down. Good. I think for 7 months old, or not quite 7 months old, I'm pretty happy with that. And we're going to leave it at that because it's, and in a week or so, I'll probably put her back on again and see what she gleaned from this. But I think it was a very reasonable first session for a not even 7-month-old dog. I think it was very reasonable. Good girl. Good job. Okay.